Throughout history, there have been places that have captured the imagination and desire of people and nations alike. But what makes a location so coveted that it becomes a symbol of power, wealth, or scientific achievement? Hello and welcome to our deep dive into the most desired place in the world. This location is the most coveted among countries. You are on the Geoland channel. From the ancient quests for mythical lands to the modern race for space supremacy, the quest for these places has shaped our history, politics, and even our future. In this journey, we'll uncover the historical significance of these sought-after locations, delve into the modern-day hotspots that nations vie for, and explore the political, economic, and ethical implications of this endless pursuit. Why do these places hold such fascination? What are the stakes involved in controlling them? And what does the future hold for the world's most desired locations? Join me as we unravel these questions, revealing the stories, the conflicts, and the dreams that lie at the heart of the world's most desired places. So let's embark on this remarkable journey together. And don't forget, if you find this topic as fascinating as I do, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more intriguing content. History's most sought-after locations. Our story begins centuries ago, where the map's edges were marked with "Here be dragons." Explorers set sail across unknown seas, driven by the allure of undiscovered lands, wealth, and glory. These were the first coveted locations in our history, shrouded in mystery and promise. Consider the legendary El Dorado, a city of gold that drove countless expeditions into the heart of South America. This quest wasn't just about wealth. It symbolized the human thirst for discovery, the unknown, and the unattainable. Fast forward to the 19th and 20th centuries when the polar regions became the new El Dorados. Explorers raced to be the first to plant their flags at the North and South Poles. These icy, inhospitable places held no gold, yet they were prized for the prestige and scientific knowledge they offered. But it wasn't just the remote corners of our planet that drew attention. The Silk Road, a network of trade routes connecting east and west, was a coveted location for centuries. It wasn't a single place, but a series of locations where culture, commerce, and ideas flowed as freely as the goods that traveled these paths. As we look back at these historical contexts, we see a pattern. The most desired places in the world are not always about tangible wealth. Often, they represent something greater: knowledge, power, and the human spirit's unquenchable desire to reach beyond the known. In the next section, we'll leap from the historical to the modern, exploring how today's coveted locations differ from those of the past and yet are driven by similar desires. Today's top desired places. As we transition from the historical to the present, the nature of coveted locations has evolved, yet the underlying desires remain strikingly similar. Today, our world's most desired places extend beyond geographical boundaries, reaching into realms of technology and space. Consider the digital landscape, a new frontier where virtual real estate and platforms like the metaverse is as sought after as physical land once was. Here, the race is for pixels and data, not gold or spices, but the competition is just as fierce. Space, the final frontier, is no longer the stuff of science fiction. The Moon, Mars, and even asteroids are modern El Dorados. Nations and private companies alike are pouring resources into space exploration, not just for scientific glory, but for potential resources like rare minerals and even water. Back on Earth, the Arctic's melting ice caps reveal new navigable sea routes and untapped natural resources. These changes bring about geopolitical shifts, with nations vying for control and influence in this rapidly changing landscape. And let's not forget the deep sea, our planet's most unexplored and mysterious places. The ocean floor holds vast resources, from rare minerals to potential new life forms, making it a prime target for countries and corporations seeking the next big discovery. In these modern-day desirable locations, we see a blend of exploration, economic interest, and strategic importance. They represent the new face of human ambition, where the quest for knowledge, resources, and influence continues to drive us towards the unknown. Next, we'll delve into the political and economic implications of these pursuits, exploring how they shape international relations and global economies. Politics and economics of desired locations. In our quest for the world's most desired locations, the political and economic stakes are higher than ever. These pursuits are not just about exploration, they are about power, influence, and wealth on a global scale. Take space exploration as an example. The race to the Moon and Mars isn't just a scientific endeavor, it's a chess game of geopolitical strategy. Dominance in space can translate to military and communication advantages, making it a key area of national interest. On Earth, control over strategic locations like the Strait of Hormuz or the South China Sea has significant economic implications. These choke points in international shipping lanes can dictate the flow of global trade, impacting economies far beyond their immediate geography. The pursuit of energy resources in places like the Arctic is another flashpoint. As nations vie for oil, gas, and mineral reserves, these regions become arenas of political maneuvering and environmental debates, balancing economic gain against ecological preservation. In the digital realm, data is the new gold. Nations and corporations battle for control over data centers, undersea cables, and satellite networks. This digital dominance is crucial for economic growth, national security, and global influence. These modern-day quests bring complex challenges. They require international cooperation and conflict resolution, as the line between competition and confrontation can be perilously thin. As we navigate these political and economic waters, the question remains, how do we balance ambition with responsibility? In our next section, we'll explore the ethical and environmental considerations that come with the pursuit of the world's most coveted locations. Ethics and environment in coveted areas. As we delve deeper into the pursuit of the world's most coveted locations, it becomes crucial to address the ethical and environmental considerations that accompany such endeavors. The impact of our ambitions extends far beyond political and economic realms, touching the very fabric of our planet and society. In the race for space or deep-sea exploration, we must ask ourselves, what are the consequences of exploiting these frontiers? The environmental footprint of such expeditions can be significant, potentially disrupting delicate ecosystems and contributing to broader issues like climate change. The ethical implications are equally profound. As we venture into new territories, questions arise about the rights of indigenous populations, the fair distribution of resources, and the responsibility to preserve these areas for future generations. In the digital world, the ethical debate shifts to privacy and data security. The control over vast amounts of data raises concerns about surveillance, personal freedoms, and the power imbalance between those who own the data and those who are subject to it. Moreover, as we exploit natural resources in remote locations like the Arctic, we must consider the impact on local wildlife and the broader implications for global biodiversity. The ethical dilemma, economic development versus environmental preservation, is a recurring theme in these pursuits. These considerations remind us that with great power comes great responsibility. Our quest for the most desired locations should not be at the expense of our planet's health or our moral compass. As we look towards the future, the challenge lies in finding a balance between ambition and stewardship, ensuring that our pursuit of these coveted locations is sustainable, ethical, and mindful of the legacy we leave behind. The future of high-demand places. As we turn our gaze to the future, the landscape of the world's most coveted locations is poised for dramatic shifts. The relentless march of technology, coupled with changing geopolitical dynamics, paints a complex picture of what lies ahead. In the realm of space exploration, the future is particularly intriguing. With advancements in technology, locations like Mars and even more distant celestial bodies could become the new frontiers for human exploration and habitation. The race for these cosmic territories is not just about prestige, it's about the potential for new resources and perhaps even the survival of humanity. Back on Earth, climate change is reshaping the geopolitical map. Melting ice in the Arctic is unveiling new shipping routes and untapped resources, sparking a new kind of competition among nations. How we manage these changes will be a testament to our ability to balance national interests with global sustainability. In the digital world, the evolution of the internet and the rise of virtual realities are creating new spaces of desire. These digital domains will likely become arenas for economic, cultural, and political influence, challenging our traditional notions of territory and sovereignty. Amidst these developments, the ethical and environmental considerations we discussed earlier become even more critical. The future of coveted locations is not just about who gets there first or who claims ownership. It's about who can responsibly manage and preserve these areas for the benefit of all. As we look forward, it's clear the quest for the world's most desired locations will continue to drive human ambition and innovation. But it's our collective responsibility to ensure that this pursuit is balanced with care for our planet and respect for all its inhabitants. In conclusion, the future of coveted locations is a story still being written, a narrative of exploration, ambition, and hopefully wisdom. It's a journey we all share, and its outcome depends on the choices we make today. As we conclude our exploration of the most desired place in the world, we reflect on the journey we've taken, from the ancient quests for mythical lands to the modern-day race for space and digital dominance. These coveted locations, rich in history and potential, remind us of our unending pursuit of knowledge, power, and progress. But this journey is more than a tale of discovery and ambition. It's a narrative that challenges us to think critically about the world we live in. In a time where mainstream media often overlooks the depth and complexity of such topics, channels like GeoLand step in to fill a void. Our mission is to bring you exclusive content that seeks the truth, content that goes beyond the headlines to uncover the real stories and implications of our actions. GeoLand is more than just a channel. It's a community of curious minds and truth seekers. We strive to provide a platform for perspectives that are often ignored or hidden, believing that knowledge should be accessible and shared freely. In a world where information is power, we aim to empower our viewers with insights and analyses that provoke thought and inspire action. As an anonymous channel, we stand apart from the influences and biases that often sway mainstream narratives. Our anonymity is our strength, allowing us to delve into topics without fear or favor. But this journey isn't ours alone. It's a path we walk together with you, our viewers. Every view, every share, every comment helps us grow and improve. Your support enables us to continue our quest for truth and to bring you content that matters. As we look to the future, we are committed to uncovering more stories, exploring more coveted locations, and sharing more truths with you. So, as we wrap up today's episode, we invite you to join us in this journey. Share this video, engage with our content, and help us spread the word. Together, we can build a community that values truth, seeks understanding, and challenges the status quo. Thank you for watching and for being a part of GeoLind. Remember, in the pursuit of truth, every voice matters and every share counts. Stay curious, stay informed, and keep exploring with us.